Fuck you, Team Cap. Fuck you, Team Cap guy.
Yeah, Murray. What do you mean? I'm not Team Cap. I'm
Team Iron Man. Oh, you are?
Yes, go. It's So Inky's Team Cap.
I'm Team Cap.
What are you talking about? I'm Team Iron Man.
I'm Team Cap. Yeah, that's America right there. The iron
Right.
cannot break justice.
What if I throw it at your face?
I mean, I can handle. I've been punched in the face plenty of times.
Didn't you go to Jimmy Fallon's Team Cap Day?
I went to Team Cap and Team Iron Man and.
No, you didn't. You
Yeah, I
only
went both days.
He's a spy.
No, you went to
Wait, no.
Doctor Strange
went to
Day.
Oh, yeah, that's a strange day.
Iron Man Day.
Wait, then I went to Team Cap Day.
Yeah.
I went to Cap Day.
Yeah, that's why I'm
Ah, okay.
Team Iron Man. Iron Man's best.
Iron Man is better.
Iron
Yeah.
Man.
Kevin doesn't even know what team he's on.
He does.
Probably Team Hydra.
What team is Matt Robb on? His team nobody gives a
Team Iron Man or Team Cap? Fuck you. You Team Iron Man or Team Cap? Team Spider-Man? I don't think well, he's technically on Iron Man's team, so we're cool. Wow, that's a lot of Spider-Man gear you have there. Nice. Yes.
So here's my thought on Iron Man versus Captain America.
Yeah?
Go on.
See, originally, I thought Iron Man was the way to go because, duh, of course, Bucky's a bad guy. Stay away from,
Yeah, he's a terrorist.
Bucky's a horrible person. He's a terrorist. What?
Bucky was brainwashed.
Excuses. Excuses! Hashtag
His
excuses.
dead body was reanimated by Hydra, and his mind was
Civil War shirt.
reprogrammed.
This is awesome.
It says Captain America. It says Iron Man, and then it says Captain America.
Oh, holy snap.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
It's very hard to read the Captain America one. I'm not seeing that.
It's
This is
C-A-P.
blue.
Oh, I got it.
America. Yeah, and then it says Iron Man on the other side.
Right.
And it has the shield.
Sick.
So you're playing both sides.
Yes, he was brainwashed, but even besides that, so I thought it was all about yeah, of course, Bucky should not get away with the crimes that he committed while he was allegedly brainwashed. But then I figured
Iron
out
Man.
it's because after watching the trailers, you have to understand it's more than that. It's the whole who's in charge of the Avengers? Is it going to be
more than
Captain America? Or
Nick
is it gonna be
Fury is in
government?
charge of the Avengers.
But can he be held? He thought.
Who?
He thought.
Nick Fury
Nick Fury?
is in charge of the
He's
Avengers.
gonna die soon.
No.
He's old. He's black.
Are you talking about Samuel L. Jackson or?
Yeah.
Or just
No, he's in perfect health.
He is in prison. Yes.
gonna do another
which is why
million
a bullet
movies.
will end it. By a cop. It's gonna be by a regular cop.
You can't kill Samuel L. Jackson with bullets.
And so-
Maybe Nick Fury, but not Sam Jackson.
And that's where my argument then goes to. It's well then obviously you can't have the government in charge of the superheroes because they don't know what they're doing. They're made by
They'll use them
men.
as international weapons. We all know it.
Hang
That's
on.
what would happen.
Hold on, but it's a comic book government. It's not like our government where Trump's a
But
viable.
art reflects the
candidate.
reality of our lives.
Yeah, that's true. So then that means you can't put anyone else in charge of the Avengers. You have to leave it up to the 5 of them to make the best decisions. And if they think at any point in time it's not working, disband them.
Did you guys even read the comics? I mean, the superheroes are running around, innocent civilians are getting blown up. Government oversight is needed.
That's the comic book version, and yeah, that you need something to in this one you got just a handful of superheroes.
But
All of them.
even in the comic books, superheroes they didn't provide protection for the families of the superheroes who registered. That's what Spider-Man's
true.
big thing was.
Yeah.
Right? So
why you have hot sides.
I don't know what this Civil War is going to be about.
Speaking of which, this is a predictions portion of this video. We'll get to the review in a few moments, but do you think Spider-Man's gonna jump sides? Huh? So do you think he's gonna jump sides?
I sure hope not, because
Did we-
I don't want to have to hate Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Why would you hate Spider-Man? Look, this is what happens. Aunt May gets shot in the face, right? By a stray bullet after Iron Man shoots a missile bullet.
This is
and
in the
Cap
comics, not the movie.
blocks it, and it flies up in the air, and Aunt May is in the kitchen, right? But it's one of those crazy Iron Man bullets, and it flies up in the air, and it flies through the ceiling of Aunt May and Peter Parker's house, and goes right on top of her head. Change sides. Iron Spider. Murder Iron Man.
All right, I have a prediction too. I predict that Aunt May will be in the kitchen just as you said.
Okay.
And
Not
Nick
'cause she's a
Fury,
woman.
and Nick Fury will burst in and be like, "You're in grave danger, Aunt May," and she'll be like, "Oh, am I, Pounch?"
BBC video.
Yeah.
BBC cuckold video right there.
No, she Aunt May is looking.
Wait, do you not know what BBC means?
I know what cuckold means.
What's
Oh.
BBC? Like the network?
A
No,
cuckold
big
is
black.
when- Oh shit. That's our prediction.
So, do you have any predictions? Who's gonna die?
Hawkeye, he's dead.
Yeah?
I think.
That is Soingi's
dead?
prediction.
I don't know anything about the
He's
comics.
asking to die with his
Yeah.
lack of power.
But he's so funny. He's so
If
funny.
Hawkeye died, then Widow has to die.
Give me one funny Hawkeye line.
Okay, in Age of Ultron, when he's talking to the person who's kind of scared and doesn't want to, like, oh no, I think it was Scarlet Witch, and he's like, hey, listen, I'm out there on a floating island shooting bows and arrows at robots. None of this makes sense. That's funny.
I like his signature line, I can do this all day. Oh wait, no, that's Caps.
I like
That's cool.
Hawkeye's signature line, why am I not using a gun?
In the very first time we see Hawkeye in the MCU is in Thor, right? And they like, I want eyes up top with a gun, and he's like, I don't even know what that is. I've never heard of that. And he just grabs his bow and
I have this thing next to
he
me.
completely disobeys orders. Yeah.
I think he might be amazing in this movie. Here's hoping. Do you guys want to jump in the car?
Basically dead.
Let's go see the movie.
Yeah.
It's time.
Right
To the
after
movie!
this
So
scene,
excited.
Oh, okay.
The
Finish
first
it.
sound.
Finish it.
Oh,
Finish
of
it.
course.
Finish it.
I could do this all day.
End of trailer transition. So we are now 12 hours in the future. We just saw the movie and we're back at the office. What's up, guys?
Yo.
Did you get enough sleep after seeing the movie?
No.
Did you guys dream of Spider-Man?
We had all the dreams and Ant-Man. Ant-Man was great.
By the way, here's the official possible spoiler stamp.
I wasn't gonna spoil anything.
Yeah,
I just
I'm
said
also
Ant-Man was
explaining I'm not
great in the
spoiling
movie.
anything.
Ant-Man is great. Just in case, we're gonna try to stay away from the spoilers.
Yeah,
We'll just
I
be
don't want to
wary.
spoil anything.
I like the part where Steve and Tony started kissing a lot.
Steve Jobs?
Yeah.
He was in the movie. He started
And
kissing,
Tony from Sopranos.
I don't
Yeah.
remember that happening at all.
You must have fell asleep, obviously.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry about that.
I like the part where Wolverine came in and he was like, "I'm Wolverine. I'm not supposed to be here."
Hold on. Hey, Matt Rob, did you like it? 2 thumbs up for Matt Rob. Honestly, I don't think anyone's addressed this yet. Best part of the movie is how hot Aunt May is.
Marissa
Marissa
Tomei.
Tomei?
She's
Yeah.
she's still
Marissa
got it,
Tomei.
man.
Still got it. Still got it.
Marissa Camel Toe Aunt May.
What? No.
Marissa, where you going?
No, it's
Yeah.
more like Marissa Tomei.
There you go. There you go.
Spider-Man was the best part of the whole movie.
Arguably, he was very good. He was he definitely
It made
in the top
me
3.
like I walked away from that movie being like, man, I can't wait for the Spider-Man movie.
That's how I walked away from Batman v Superman. I can't wait for a Batman movie.
I walked away from Batman v Superman like, what the was that?
Great thing about having Civil War, what is it, 2 months right after Batman v Superman, is that we actually got to see a really good superhero versus superhero movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we weren't sad about everything for a long time?
And Panther
I
was
enjoyed
cool.
Batman.
Panther was all cool. He was like,
awesome.
Black
like,
Panther
as
was
the Prince
sick.
of Zamunda.
I think the best thing about Black Panther, and I think this goes to the writing team of this movie, is that there's no origin story behind him. They kind of just introduce him
That
as
was
there.
his origin story.
Well,
He killed his. Now spoilers. He killed his dad in front of him, and he's like, "I must take up the mantle now."
I must take up the
You
mantle
just
now.
saw Black Panther's origin.
Literally, you had like 30 seconds of description of his backstory, and like that's all you needed.
Yeah, it's called good writing.
They never explained the suit
And they
per se
worked
with
it into the
words.
story.
It's all visual. It's like you see how the suit works and what it's capable of.
You see him in the suit, you see bullets bouncing off of the suit, and then like
Vibranium.
Yeah, someone's like, "Is that made of vibranium?" And
you're like,
you're
"Yeah."
And I'm like, they've worked this into the story flawlessly.
Normally, it's an Avenger movie that starts off like the next phase of Marvel movies. I think it was Civil War hands down because it's like from this year you're excited about seeing Spider-Man movies. You're excited about Black Widow, not Black Widow, Black Panther movies.
I like that this was a better Avengers than the
Yeah,
Avengers.
Avengers 2 was not as good as this movie. I've already tweeted that.
Yeah, absolutely. Now that's not a knock towards Joss Whedon, but man, the Russo brothers are just amazing.
Listen, Joss Whedon was not the problem with Avengers 2. They made him put a bunch of stupid shit in that movie, like the random Thor scene where he goes to that fountain. Like, he didn't want to put that shit in there. He had too many constraints on him. Joss Whedon's not the problem.
Well, then how were the Russo brothers able to get it out of the corporate system?
I'm saying the director isn't the problem in general.
Yeah. That
It's-
makes sense.
yeah,
That makes sense.
it's
That makes
the
sense.
higher up.
I think though, out of all blockbuster ensemble cast movies, I think this was the best written. There wasn't a moment I think on camera for any character that their scene wasn't necessary or good for that character.
And I also was happy that, like the other movies, I feel like they just have some of the Avengers fight each other just because that's what the audience wants to see. But like it was very blatant that this is what the movie's about and building up to. So I didn't mind it nearly as much. I thought it was cool.
The one cheesy moment for me, and this isn't even really a spoiler, like Vision literally uses his laser to draw a line through the sand, if you
That
will.
was cool. There was no sand, but it was
Yeah.
concrete.
I thought it was kind of
It's a
cool.
warning shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a one shot, but it's like
Warning shot.
it's that visual. Like I get it. Here's you can cross this line.
By the way,
You're the bad guys.
I'm not gonna say what happens, but does that thing with War Machine happen in the comics?
No.
Something-
In the Ultimate Universe, sort of, yeah.
Which we're talking about the thing in the trailer, so it's not a spoiler.
Is
I
it?
mean, you don't
yeah.
really know what happened though.
Yeah,
You don't see how that-
kind of
You
know.
see him injured in the
Don't
trailer.
watch
Yeah.
the trailer anymore, though. Just go see the
Yes.
movie.
Yeah, never watch trailers. Don't watch trailers.
Don't watch this video.
Go see the movie now.
Watch this video after you've seen the movie and see if you agree with us.
Yeah, but to be real, if you haven't seen this movie already, you've made a mistake. It's amazing.
I love how it was almost like they had an allotted amount of time that they were allowed to use Spider-Man. He's like, no, you're done.
You're done. Yeah.
No, get off
No,
screen,
I
please.
see, the thing I realized and the thing I loved about that is the whole time Spider-Man was on screen, the whole movie, it was like this whole movie is very aware of itself. And even at that point, it was the movie being very aware of itself and being very direct, and I liked that. Like the Spider-Man's dialogue, he's like, well, that was weird.
You know what?
That's
I,
stupid.
you know what? I like?
Yeah. It's like he literally says he has a quip about a flip about Captain America's shield, and I don't want to give the joke away.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, but it was very smart, and it was like it's almost as if Spider-Man speaks for the audience, which was very interesting.
Yeah.
He's kind of Deadpool.
Yeah.
I mean, which he's
I saw
also
someone
kind
else.
of Deadpool.
I saw someone else tweet that he's like a PG Deadpool.
Yeah.
PG Deadpool.
You know what I liked about Spider-Man in this movie is we got to see Spider-Man without having to sit through a Spider-Man origin
Yeah,
story.
in fact, again, not giving anything away. He doesn't talk about Uncle Ben, but he alludes to it, and he doesn't talk about being bit by a spider, but he alludes to it, and literally in 30 seconds of conversation, you as a viewer understand his backstory because we've seen it so many times. It's just good writing.
It's so unnecessary to do his origin story again because everyone has seen it and read it and done it so many times that no one wants to deal with it
And
anymore.
I've heard from several different people, and maybe people in this room can confirm, that Marvel is doing the next Spider-Man movie,
Yes.
which
Yeah.
is f***ing amazing. 'cause
Yeah. It's Marvel and Sony teamed up, but Marvel's in charge of
They
creative.
freaking killed it. He was like perfect Parker, perfect Spidey, like right amount of like snarkiness and stuff.
And in the first half of this video, I had mentioned that I thought Hawkeye was going to be hilarious. What did you think? Did he have good on-camera time?
No, Hawkeye. Yeah, man, I was excited. I've always been a Barton fan, and I didn't know how they were going to incorporate him, and I'm happy. Misha Barton.
The best comedic actor though in the movie had to have been Ant-Man.
Paul Rudd, yeah.
So good.
It's so goddamn
Yeah,
funny.
I actually felt kind of bad for Hawkeye because like as soon as Hawkeye came on camera, I thought all his lines were funny and he was hilarious. And then Paul Rudd gets on camera and you're like, oh shit, this is the funny guy.
He
Yeah.
steals the show. I'd say the worst part of the movie was Wes.
Hey, I did great.
The Western Soldier.
Just
Actually,
angsty.
tell the camera, these guys, what you told me last night after the movie. Because I thought I have a similar opinion.
I just think that it's lame that so much of the drama in like the last 3 movies have centered around the Winter Soldier, and they're setting up like
3 movies?
2 movies.
2 movies,
Yeah,
okay.
I guess not Avengers 1. And then they're like setting it up so that more drama in the next movie is centered around him, and it's a character that I don't even like care about that much.
That's debatable.
But he also said, if they find him here, they'll come for him or whatever.
Let them try. Yeah, he might factor.
Like
in
we
the Black
aren't
Panther
done
movie.
with Bucky. He's gonna be around the story more. And you're right. I thought like just with some good communication, I think a lot of problems would have been solved here.
There's also the theory that Bucky is taking over for Cap after Infinity War.
Well, that happens in the comics, right?
That happened in comics.
And
Well, after
so-
Civil War, though.
He's only
It was after Civil War?
After Civil War, because Cap in the comic books, Cap dies. In the movie, Cap dies.
Well, he didn't die in Civil War. He gave up.
That's the joke.
He surrendered.
Wait, no, he died in the
He
comic.
died in the but after
At the end of the
at the fallout at the end of the comic, he died. He got killed. Someone
like
needed
what
to take
kills-
up the mantle.
Is that like what ends the Civil War? Is Cap dying and then being
At the end of the Civil War.
So I got the like compilation, and
Yeah.
it might not be the full thing, but the end of the Civil War is of the little compilation thing is he looks around and he's like, holy shit, look at all the destruction we caused. Like I f***ing give up, and then he gives himself up.
that's
So in the fallout of Civil War, which they may not do, after he surrenders, he's like, all right, I'll fall to the system, and then he gets assassinated. He gets Kennedy.
Yeah. Well, it has been said the Avengers that you see in Part 1 of Infinity Wars will be very different from the Avengers you see in Part 2.
So that's Avengers and New Avengers. That makes sense. I
Yeah.
can see that. There are multiple Avengers teams, just like there are multiple X-Men teams. They're growing massively. There's
I also definitely like the moment between Spider-Man and Captain America where they're like talking about their neighborhoods.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
Speaking of New Avengers, isn't Wolverine in the New Avengers?
Wolverine is one of the original.
Confirmed Wolverine will be in the Avengers!
I was gonna say the real fight is gonna happen off camera as Marvel tries to get Wolverine into the MCU the same way they got Spider-Man.
The
They'll
real
bury
Civil
it.
War.
Like and this is it's such a strategic move. They're like, hey, you want to play ball? We play with Sony. And you give us the mutants, we could do Avengers versus X-Men. It'd be really cool.
And you'll make all of the money.
They would make so much money.
10-second review. Go.
Go see it again if you've already seen it. If you haven't, go see it.
See this movie and then burn your copy of Batman vs Superman and then see this movie again.
It's really, really good. You should check it out. Hashtag Team Iron Man still, but also mostly hashtag Team Spidey.
I'm questioning how somebody got a copy of Batman v Superman already.
Best ensemble blockbuster cast I've seen in a really long time. Great writing team. The Russo brothers can do no wrong.
Oh my god, we've got Marvel on the mind! If you want to see our own Marvel Civil War here in Battlegrounds, click this video over here. Also with some friendly fire, we jumped into Marvel Heroes. Check that out over here.